everyone. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nitisha and I am here to simplify the world of cryptocurrencies. In today's video, we are going to talk about the world's second largest cryptocurrency, which is Ethereum. So what is Ethereum's history? What are smart contracts that make Ethereum so special? And applications of these smart contracts, also known as dApps, are just few of the things that we are going to discuss in today's video. So let's dive in. Ethereum was proposed by a programmer named Vitalik Buterin in 2013. At that point in time, Vitalik was an active member of Bitcoin community. And he was a believer of fact that blockchain as a technology can have other application than just be a representation of monetary value. His idea was to attach real world assets to blockchain. This idea gave birth to Ethereum or Ether, which is world's second largest cryptocurrency with a total market capitalization of more than 272 billion US dollar. So that's a brief about Ethereum history. Now let's talk about what's smart contracts. Smart contracts are contracts stored in a distributed ledger. Let's talk about traditional contracts. So in traditional contract, there are users who get into a contract and there is a third party which governs whether the requirements of contract has been met or not. So depending upon the necessary requirements of contract, this third party decides whether the contract has to go into execution. What happens in smart contract is that there are user, they enter into a smart contract, but there is no third party. The third party has been completely eliminated. The smart contract itself determines whether the criteria of contract have been met and accordingly take part to the execution. So there is no tampering, there is no central authority which determines. Once you have entered into the contract, depending upon the contract itself, the actions or executions take place. Smart contracts have two key features. First, that they are immutable. Once a contract has been embedded, nobody can come and change the terms of the contract. So this itself establishes the trust in the smart contract's execution. As this means that no third party can come in and tamper with the terms of the contract once you have entered into that particular smart contract. And the second one is that it is distributed in nature. Since smart contracts exist on a blockchain, all the parties of the blockchain becomes the validator of the smart contract. This means that no one person can come in and force the contract to release funds because others in the network will mark this as an invalid request. So smart contracts in that case get executed only when the parameters of the contract have been completely met. So both these features make smart contracts so special and eliminates the need of any third party's involvement in it. Smart contracts are programmed in a special language called Solidity. This language is similar to JavaScript and it was specifically designed for Ethereum but was then later adapted to other chains who introduced smart contracts as a feature of the blockchain itself. These smart contracts are the reason why Ethereum chain became so special. As compared to blockchain, now Ethereum chain had this embedded feature in it. It was developed to have smart contracts. And smart contracts enabled various distributed applications to exist in the Ethereum blockchain network. What is distributed applications or dApps? Let's try to understand this with the help of an example. Suppose you are in requirement of a loan. This is some medical emergency has come up and you want to take a loan against your asset. For example, in this case, let's try to consider that you had an asset of 24 karat gold with you, and this is an investment against which you want to take a short term loan and cover your medical expenses till your liquidity in terms of your next salary or whatever your revenue is coming in next 10 to 15 days, for example. In order to obtain this loan, you will go to a bank or a financial institution that provides loan against your asset, which is gold. Once you go to the bank employees will vet your claims, as in they would have to check whether the asset that you are claiming to be 24 carat is actually a 24 carat gold or not. So they will then have to vet your asset. Once they have vetted your asset and have confirmed that okay, yeah, this is really the gold that the standard of gold that the user is claiming to be, then there are a lengthy procedure of lot of documentation. You would have to submit your Aadhaar card, your PAN card, multiple other proofs to the bank for them to do their KYC procedure. Once this is complete, there would be a physical verification of the address in which you are residing, so that the bank can confirm that in case of non-payment of the loan that you're taking, they are sure that the address on your documents is the address that you are actually residing on. Once the physical verification is also over, finally your loan gets approved and you are able to take that money from the bank. This entire procedure takes a fastest turnaround. Even if everything goes very seamlessly, it takes minimum 3 days. So this means that the asset, the gold that you have, is not liquid enough. In cases of emergency, if you want that money to reach you within an hour, 2 hour, or a shorter span, this is something that is not that liquid enough. You cannot leverage this asset that you have to get a quick loan in a traditional concept. This is applicable to all the other real world assets, for example stocks, your LIC premiums, your properties, etc, etc. Any investment that you make is not that liquid enough, other than the cash itself, that it can be converted into real money very quickly to cover up for the emergency funds that you need. Now, how does distributed apps solve for this problem? There's a lending protocol by the name of Aave, which was first designed for the Ethereum network. It came into existence because of the enablement of smart contracts. What happens in Aave is, for example, you as a user have certain holdings of Ethereum, which is an asset, and against which you want to take a loan. You go to Aave, you deposit your Ethereum, and in exchange of it, you can take loan within seconds. Now compare this to a traditional loan dispersing agency such as bank, where it was taking 3 to 4 days minimum for you to get the loan amount to your account. Here within seconds you can get the loan. So this has actually made the entire process much seamless. In the first example, bank was a third party. It was an intermediary with which you were getting into a contract stating that against this particular amount of gold that you have, you want a short-term loan in terms of cash. But there were a lot of criteria that the bank or the third party had to vet in order for them to process this loan for you. But in case of Aave, there is no third party involved. With help of a smart contract, Aave can disburse the loan to your account within seconds. So this drastically changes the pace in which credit can be available for people who are in need or in dire need of it. There is no paperwork, there is no KYC, and the loan is disbursed within seconds of application. Also, the rate of interest at which the rate is disbursed is lower than a traditional loan. There are no prepayment penalties and the interest is calculated per seconds. So you can even actually take a loan for 10 minutes and once again pay it back. You will only incur the interest for the 10 minutes for which you have taken the loan. So that's a very special feature that can only be enabled by a lending protocol such as Aave. This is one example of how distributed applications have real world goodness. Other examples in which distributed applications are currently used as of date are file hosting, web hosting, API applications, gambling, staking, etc. etc. That's all for today's video. Thank you so much for your time and see you in the next one.